the co-chairs of the Sustainability Committee here in Woodbridge. And today we are talking about upcycling gifts, art pieces, crafts, wonderful things. We have a lot of talent in this room, and I'm hoping everyone will contribute as well. So, ding. Ooh, we're fancy. All right. Here's our Sustainability Committee in town. You're welcome to come to our regular meetings, which are on the first Wednesday of each month at 6 o'clock in the town hall. The next one's January 8th, if anyone wants to join. Ding. And also, our Bethany Sustainability Committee, third one.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. So, when are your guys' meetings actually?
Second Monday of every month.
Second Monday of every month. So if you're interested, yeah, I know, we should like.
We should cross-pollinate.
Yes. Are you virtual or just in person?
Virtual.
Oh, gosh, we should like hop in there if you don't mind us, like one time just to say hi.
Yep.
All right, is everybody aware of the food waste diversion options in Woodbridge currently? People can compost in their backyard. We also have Blue Earth, which I didn't bring up the bucket today. You can join the Blue Earth group that does it. It is a cost, but same thing like taking out your trash. So, ding.
Sorry.
That's okay. The other wonderful program that we have started is Heat Smart in Woodbridge. And really you can do this anywhere. So it's the concept to have the home energy audits to increase the efficiency of energy use in your house. So we have this campaign going now. If you check out the QR code, there's also pamphlets in the back to schedule a home energy audit. Has everybody done that recently?
Not for decades.
So I have done mine. You need to do yours.
Yeah, it's on my desk.
It's
How
on
often
there.
you can do this?
Every 6 years.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm ready to do it.
So you can do it. I will say out of my own personal experience, the first time is the most stuff is done time. After that, it's incremental, really, of what else they can do to make it more efficient. Once you've done it once, it's the best. Did you need that still? We can go back.
Oh, that's all right. I
Go
see
back.
you mentioned you still have them.
Yeah, there are pamphlets back there too. Or
there.
just sign.
Oh,
Because you can actually just sign up right now. So the benefit to doing the actual Heat Smart is they actually use specifically vetted companies to come and do the energy audit versus if you just call the regular HES thing through the state, it's a wider net of.
I'm not that very good at the packing work. I just
Yes.
You do want to use this one.
I guess so. I mean, it seems like that's how they're proposing it, is that they use a couple different companies.
But these are good.
These are good. And I would say my experience of going directly through the state was the first one I thought was really, really great, and the second one I thought was not as great. But I also, again, the first time I had so much stuff done, and the second time they were like, you're good.
Here's a few little things.
Yeah. So, I mean, that could have just been circumstance too. And today we will be upcycling, but we also like to start this too of like, let's go around the room and name one thing you do that's sustainable. So,
Come on in, guys.
welcome.
Come on in, join us.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Come on in.
Children are welcome.
We're just talking about what we do that's sustainable.
Yeah,
Eric, I like to pick on you, you know this.
I just added solar panels to my heat pump.
Awesome.
Ooh.
You guys want to
More
sit up
solar.
here? You can grab another chair over too. We'll get
Awesome,
some
so
for you.
solar panels, and are you happy with them so far? Or is it so new that you don't know?
They actually haven't been put in yet.
Okay, you're still not. Did you get ones with batteries or?
I do.
Ah,
Well, so I actually doubled the size of my of my
wow.
system.
Whoa, nice, okay. So, you should have, if you have the battery, they should be able to turn it on immediately.
Well, I just did the inspections. So
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm just waiting for Eversource to put in their meter.
Yes, they have to do the net meter instead, yes. So in Woodbridge, we have UI, and that was the slowest part of it. I would imagine Eversource is the same way.
Supposed to be in the next week.
Yeah. All right, well, good luck with that. All right, yeah, what's something you do that's sustainable?
Just a vegetarian, what I believe. I'm a vegetarian, what I believe is sustainability, because and then everything we don't eat, it's very rare, but we don't eat, we go to the
Very good, excellent. So plant-based diet, definitely more sustainable overall.
Yeah, so we just have recently our air conditioning system broken down, so updated it to our heat pump.
So there we
Yeah.
go.
Extra,
Heat
energy
pump,
from our
wonderful,
solar
yes.
panels.
So yeah, Yeah, oh, and from the solar too.
Yeah, because I think our solar panels
Yes.
have some additional energy, so the heat pumps can
Fantastic.
both use the energy
That is, yeah.
efficiently. Hopefully we don't need to use too much oil this winter.
Fabulous.
Yes, and so I also just had a heat pump put in a few weeks ago, and it's fun, like right now where the temperature is this low, it's actually more efficient for us to use the oil right now. And I thought we would just be switching over totally to the heat pump, but it's gonna, I think, it will be a balance. And what they explained to me too, and what we've heard a lot while talking about this is like, right now oil prices are very low and energy prices are very high. So when you have the solar, at least that's helping bring that part down, but it's kind of even, but we'll see where things take us. So, how about you guys? What things do you do that are good for the planet? Or do you recycle? That's good.
What else do we do? What does Robo take out every week?
Ooh, very good. Do you do it in your backyard? Oh, good. That's very
What's
good.
on our roof?
Oh my gosh, you do so many things. So many things. All right. You guys want to
That'd
say?
be great with my
Wow.
energy. on you.
Melissa, what's something you do?
What do you?
All those things. Compost. I save and reuse a lot of things.
What about you, Sam? Do you have something to add?
You don't know.
Do
Let's see.
we use hand-me-down?
Oh, yeah.
If anybody didn't check, there's the winter of free cycle in the lobby. Oh, that came from here.
Oh,
Fantastic.
perfect.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Take everything so we don't have to go.
Save it for next year.
All right.
And I almost throw nothing out. Is what I do.
Instead, she
mostly.
makes beautiful artwork,
I
as exhibited here.
Repurpose and upcycle everything I can, which I'll show you some today about
All right. And with that,
composting and other things.
take it away.
And with that, we'll take it away.
Oh, yes. Oh, also, one big thing. Earth Day, April 26th.
Save the date.
Save the date. Mark your calendars. Be there. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, if you weren't there last year,
Be there.
you missed a really good time, and it's gonna be even better this year.
Yeah, lots of family events.
All right, so Alyssa and I'm BJ,
Alyssa.
are here to talk to you about upcycled gifts and sustainable
Gifted.
gifting. So from what you have to how you give it. We thought we'd start with some definitions to make sure people really understand what this is. Recycling is breaking down the material into a new product. So yes, it gets a new life, not as good as its first life usually. It does keep it in the stream, it is getting reused, but it needs a lot of resources to do that. Reusing is simply using it again. Use a container over and over and over. Repurposing is using something for a different purpose. So you take maybe your milk jug and poke some holes into it and use it as a watering can. Repurposing it. And upcycling is kind of like flipping it. It's kind of giving it a better life. It's more of a, I guess it's based on your opinion whether it's better or not, but it's taking something, changing it, and trying to improve what it is.
So the way our economy has traditionally worked is we are a linear economy, and we've done this since the Industrial Revolution as a way to basically build profit. But the issues that have arisen from that is it creates a significant amount of waste. So we have switched over in about the early 1980s to a recycling economy. We all probably, or all the adults in here probably remember that there was a big push to do recycling. However, recycling is not really efficient and it's not really profit worthy anymore. So we have to really think about becoming a circular economy or a zero waste driven economy. So where we are taking our products and we're upcycling them, repurposing them, giving them new life, so that they are staying out of the waste and coming back in either as an upcycle or a recycle, or most likely repair. And anyone who has bought a recent microwave or stove or oven or any kind of major appliance has probably experienced this, where they are not really repairable anymore. So we kind of want to go back to that original repair economy that existed. to help reduce our waste.
That would be fabulous. All right, so today we want to work together to rethink. Whatever the item is that you are about to get rid of or done with, can it be reused in some way? Can it be used in a different way? Can you change it to use it another way? And a lot of this is upcycled or repurposed, and the way these things came about is through looking at it as a whole and looking at its parts, its shape, its form, its color, its texture. Don't just decide, this I grabbed at the side of the road last week and said, oh, I got jewelry I want to show people. This is perfect. I don't have to go create something today. So someone may be very happy to use this at their fireplace, but for me, ta-da, it is my jewelry display for the day. So let's get creative. I'm going to show you some slides just to kind of get your brains going, and then maybe you guys can share some ideas, ways you repurpose things at home. I like things to not be what they're supposed to quite often, so I love the old metal, kind of mid-century modern stereo stands. Those are platters right now, but that used to be for, I think one was my aunt's and one somebody was throwing out for your record albums. Go in there, but it's perfect for holding all my platters. I don't know anybody that still uses those silver little casserole with the warmer underneath, but it's great to hold your dishes. The lamp and the chest, sorry the picture's not great, those are found on the side of the road. And that is my favorite end table and the only lamp I use in the house actually. The stool is a little side table, doubles as extra seating, and my favorite, Hannah, is the dresser. Give it a nice coat of paint, take a couple drawers out, and you're not taking up any extra space in your living room, family room, dining room, but you've got a built-in beautiful dollhouse. Wish I had thought of that, it's not mine, when my kids were little, because that would have been perfect for my daughter. We all love the Tiffany lamps, except we don't anymore.
Yeah.
But they're a beautiful planter. And this was my dad's old printing drawers, and the frame just like fell apart, but I loved the drawers. So now those are my jewelry trays. So just think outside the box, repurpose. Old ladders. My neighbor's dad, these are ancient, they've still got the round like steps on them. I anchored them to the wall, and those are my shelves in my family room. Clearly I collect the toolboxes, and I put everything in them everywhere. That one is huge, and it's bolted into the studs in my little tiny bathroom, and has all kinds of sentimental things on them. So again, instead of it getting came out of the trash. So they are getting tossed in the trash, but some of us are saving them.
And solid pieces of wood that like are given a new life.
Yeah, and are around, will be around for generations to come. Down to small things. So during COVID, you know, we were all stuck at home and bored. We went and we found like old, it just had storage rags or whatever in the basement, and that was our family project. My aunt's old sheets that were getting all little holes in them. I ripped off all the lace, and that's how I did my tree. And then I used the sheets to wrap all the gifts. So it was a zero waste Christmas last year, no wrapping paper. Cool ideas. I know the appliances don't last anymore, but this person said the insulation still works. Turned the fridge and on its back there, and that's their cooler on their bed. So some great ideas. My husband has a wine cooler to hold the blow dryer. It's safe, and it doesn't
And pretty.
fall, and pretty, and it matches the other items in our bathroom, which is always nice. So just some more quick upcycle ideas. Your cans can be containers. I thought this was a little different rather than just decorating them, but attaching them, using an old handle, you can carry it around. We showed this to some of the kids at school. We haven't decided. Some of them like it with the fleck paint, and some of them think it would just be really pretty hair if you use the top of the doll as a lantern. For the librarian and all of us, great place to keep your knives. Beautiful way to display grandma's old doilies. Can't see what's on here, but you just get little letters, like stamps for metal, and they stamped in there the different types of cheeses, and those are little cheese pegs now. I reupholstered the chairs, and they have to be done again because my cats clawed the first ones, so I reupholstered them with a disgusting old tunic whose leather was beautiful, and the cats have destroyed it yet again. And this is our Mag Solstice tree. We're working on another one this year out of Amazon's packaging. And my daughter wanted a fireplace but didn't, so we got that off a free Craigslist. She chopped off the top, gave it a coat of paint, and had what looked like a fireplace in her apartment. So again, look at things another way. I'm not going to explain all of them to you, just this one. Here, you've got a nice, moist, shady area on your property, and you've got an old upholstered piece of furniture. Moss takes to it really well, and then it is useful and beautiful, and you can make yourself a lovely little moss chair in your garden. All right.
What do you do so the wood won't rotten?
What was that?
How do you, so the wood, the legs won't rotten?
Oh, to have them not rot? Well, eventually,
Oh.
they may, right? I would definitely coat them, give them a little varnish of some kind, and put them on bricks. Don't let them sit in
Okay.
the dirt. Put them on bricks, because that'll keep a lot more of the moisture at bay for that. But it was at the point where it was going through the dump anyway. So you're still going to get a lot more wear out of it. And it takes a really long time for, even as they start to go, you can still level it in the ground, right? As one leg's going, just a little more dirt on that side than the other side. So it's actually pretty darn easy to do that too.
So you just said that's the most grow by itself, or you actually intended plants?
You go get yourself some moss, which is kind of
Plentiful around here.
Yeah, and moisten your fabric there, and kind of stretch it on it and let it continue to grow. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how long it takes to get that beautiful. I guess it depends how much you want to plant on there in the first place, but it will continue to grow. These are just some fashion ideas. So this little dress was a sweater from Goodwill. It only came to about here, and that wasn't the style when I bought it, but I loved the colors. So I took it, knowing I would upcycle it, and I took off the sleeves and turned them into leg warmers. And I cut off the collar, which is the hairband, and I used the shoulder, because we want your leg warmers straight, to make a little pocket. And this is an old belt that, just a tie belt, and jumper. My boots are my daughter's old pillow. So I meant to bring a picture, but I did not. We no longer like this shimmery. Her room's not pink anymore. I love this. So the back of the pillow was velvet, and you can just use like 6000 glue or E6000 527 is another really good glue. And I happened to have Quick Grip, which wasn't even an expensive glue. It was some like dollar store or cheap store thing. Worked fabulous. So I'll be looking for that one again. And just stretched the velvet over the toes, used a blade to trim it up, and now I have my new favorite boot. So yeah, so you can turn your old clothing into new clothing, your sentimental things. This is my dad's old tie. He passed away a long time ago, so I like to have, you know, some sentimental memory things. Put my mom's pin on it, tie it around, and I've got a lovely little belt. For school, we're blue and yellow, so I wear simple stitching, a little design, an earring Miss Lola gave me, and now I have a cute shirt for our Beecher days. Your kids' clothes, when they really are no good, you can take the sleeve, or your clothes, the leg, and glue the bottom or stitch the bottom, and you've got gift bags, bottle bags. The ties can be anything. This is from an old sweatshirt. This is actually a belt buckle. This is an old sandal, the foot of the sandal. The shoes were no good, but it just thought the top was really pretty, couldn't throw it out. Old jewelry, plant hanger that kind of broke and was no good anymore. Nice for the summer. So, you know, revamp, reuse, repurpose, and have some fun. Those are all no-sews. Well, this one has a little sewing. This one just sewed an elastic band. But they cut the sleeves, they cut the waistband on that one, and done. Some more ideas. This is a great project for those of us who do, you know, like the fire pit, or know someone who does. It's a great project for kids to just, and with kids you can put the cord on it and then they can just dip. And these are great fire starters. You put them in a basket and it's a beautiful gift.
What do you
to
dip
give
them
someone. Wax.
You can reuse like old candle ends or the bottom.
Yep. Old crayons. Yep. And they can just, and it makes a lovely gift and something the kids can do as well. I like I showed you with the ties, things that are a little more sentimental and you just don't use them, like Mom's silver creamer. I'm like, this is creamer for 3, you know, and we don't use it, but with her old handkerchief and the little sewing scissors she gave me, this is cute on the shelf. It works as a pin cushion, and it's a great sentimental piece. Also a good gift for someone, and sentimental. You know, maybe, you know, I don't know what generation it stopped, but we used to all have a button box. So that was like, we all wanted Mom's button box.
Still have one.
This way I can see the buttons. So there are some fun sentimental things you can do to give as a gift, but that actually look like a nice gift. 15 minutes this morning. Cut the shirt, fringed it, tied it, 0 sewing, and a nice gift to give to someone. So be creative. If you sew, have a ball. I would ship that out. There are some great people that do amazing quiltings. They even in their quilting will write things or do designs. So you give them all the shirts, they put them all together, but in their sewing they may write sayings you like, or quotes, or little pictures, and they're pretty amazing. These are ideas you can do. You know that guest that showed up and you weren't expecting them and you had nothing for them? All of those, well, maybe not the one painting, but the others, 5 minutes, cut a pocket off of something and drop it in a hoop, and it's actually a beautiful gift. You know, if it's a female who likes hair things, little hot glue, and presto changeo, you've got a barrette or a pin or earrings, ready to go. And that feather earring's made out of a bicycle tire, interchange,
Super tall.
which you guys can make if you want today. Are they not cheap? You wanna do
Oh,
it?
yeah, sure, yeah. There's some cultures that traditionally wrap using cloth, and that's a really sustainable way of wrapping because it's reusable. So you can use the cloth over and over again. I could try to, furugoshimi, I think it's called. I don't know, I can't pronounce it.
But
But
it's spelled like that.
furugoshiki, furoshiki? All right, I don't want to butcher it. But this is one of the ways that you can wrap things and reuse that wrapping every year. So like old shirts that might be really pretty but might have a hole in them, or sheets, or tablecloths, anything that has, it doesn't even necessarily have to have some pizzazz, but that makes it a little bit more fun. You can look up YouTube videos on how to do this. There's some really basic forms of it, which are easy, and then there's also some really cool ones. I had a student last year who came in and did it differently every day and made her little handle with her lunchbox, and it's beautiful. Adding some dried flowers, or a little ribbon, or some natural stuff like some pine cones or evergreen branches in the winter can be really great for the holiday season. You want to go back 2, 3? Yeah, okay, I think we. Oh, and also wrapping and other things. So most of us grew up in the days of wrapping our textbooks in brown paper bags, but brown paper bags have a lot of uses and they make excellent wrapping, especially if you have gifts that kids are giving to grandparents, having them color on that wrapping and then, write different things and then wrap it up for grandma and grandpa is always a cute way to make it special.
And a lot of the things we buy come wrapped in really nice things. So this is a
Like a sheep thing probably.
cute linen bag. It's
Yeah.
100% linen. It's got a nice little wooden button on it, and yeah, it had pillowcases in it. So pillowcases are long gone, but this is still
Easy way to keep wrapping.
great to wrap.
And it makes the cleanup around the holidays much nicer when you don't have to throw everything in the
Yeah.
trash.
Yes, it does.
And you buy less Scotch tape.
Yes.
I have a garden that, it had some rough years with young kids, but I had some lavender plants and some hollyberry and all different types of plants that are either still green in the wintertime that I can use as embellishments, or I always take all my lavender and I cut and I dry it, and then I make little sachets using all of the little jewelry bags that come. So every time you get a new pair of earrings, they come in those mesh bags. I save them all, and then I will make sachets, and that's kind of my emergency gift to people because they can put the sachet of lavender in their drawers, and their clothes smell really nice, and it lasts for, I've had them for like 5-10 years. They do lose their smell after a while, but it's, easy, friendly little gift.
And they're still pretty.
Yeah. Okay, cleaners. So I am not nearly as creative as BJ is.
Is
I'm not as, I'm a little more practical. So my half of the presentation is more about like what kind of things can you do just to be sustainable during the holiday season and sustainable in general. These are not pretty, but they can easily be made pretty. If you have a nice, say, hand soap dispenser that is glass and maybe the top is broken and you thought about throwing it out, you can buy the replacement tops on Amazon and you can fill it with a sustainable natural cleaner. So these are my 2 favorite cleaners, and I use this for, I would say, 95 to 99% of all my cleaning. This is white vinegar with some lemon peels and water. So 1 part vinegar, 2 parts water, and then the lemon peels in there. I change them out every year. And I use this for anything that my food's gonna touch. So cleaning cutting boards, my kitchen counter, or anything that might be need some degreasing, because this is vinegar, so it's acetic acid, so it'll break down anything that has an oil in it. And then this is some old floor cleaner I bought back in my apartment days from TJ Maxx a long time ago. I used all of it up, and the sprayer on here is just magical. You know how when you really like the way this thing sprays, like this one just doesn't break, it's amazing. So I was like, I don't want to throw this out. I add about a centimeter full of dish soap, and I fill the rest of it water, and I have been using this for probably 15 years, and I use this to clean almost everything else I don't use this for, and it works magically. So a lot of these can just be made with simple ingredients. We'll share this slideshow with you so you can look at it more carefully, but really you can clean most things in your house with dish soap, vinegar, baking soda, and water, and scrubbing. Buy Nothing, of course, we all have to plug Buy Nothing. You've probably seen us all on Buy Nothing. But it's a great way to get toys for the holidays. I have trained my children that not everything they get at the holiday season is new. Sometimes it's just something that's new to them. So I've had neighbors or friends say, hey, my kids have outgrown this, and then that's a toy that will be wrapped up from mom and dad for the holidays, for Christmas. Also, good way to get rid of stuff the kids have grown out of as well, but really just trying to promote that new to me, not just always buying new toys at the store. Sorry for going on too long.
Yeah.
The gift of experience. I've finally transitioned my parents to this. It is wonderful. It's less clutter and it's sustainable and it promotes more family time. These are just some ideas. If you all have ideas, we'd love to hear them too, because I'm always trying to wrap them up. I know this year, one of our family gift of experience, my mother got me some a movie gift certificate, just to take the kids to the movies and spend some time together with them. But these are a nice way to, reduce our environmental footprint, but still celebrate the holidays and have that joy of giving and receiving.
And it actually gets used, unlike sometimes the stuff that gets tossed somewhere and then given away by nothing, brand new stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, because it's tough. Book swap and toy swap. I've done both of these with some of my neighbors and colleagues and friends. So if you have books that your kids have read for a long period of time and they're kind of over it, find a friend who also has kids of similar ages, and you each fill up a Target bag of books that you don't want to see again, and you swap them, and then you have a whole new set of books. My girlfriends and I also did this when our kids were toddlers, and there's like all those little toddler toys that they get bored of. We each filled up a tote, and we labeled all the toys that were ours, and we swapped them for a couple of months, and then we swapped them back so that they all had those toys. Also, the Beecher book swap will be coming up at the end of January, so watch out for that. That's a good way to get rid of some of your books and also to get some new ones. Oh, this is one of my favorites. At our house on the holidays, we do a re-gift or used white elephant party, or it's also called secret snowflake sometimes, where I ask each of my family members to bring a gift under a certain value that is in their home already. Like, find something that you want to re-gift, and we wrap it up. We all draw numbers, and we go around in a circle, picking out the gifts out of the center of the living room floor, and we can trade with each other based on the rules. You can look up the rules online, and it's really funny. I got a really nice Christmas platter out of my mom randomly that I did not expect, and then sometimes there's funny gifts and other ways, but it's a good way to be sustainable instead of someone buying just a little tchotchke, for the party specifically. Another fun idea is after the holidays, if you have a bunch of gifts that you might not necessarily want or need, you can do a post-holiday gift swap. Get together with some friends, everyone brings a couple of things that they no longer are interested in having, and you can kind of play the white elephant way, and you can just take turns picking out of the pile and trading gifts and maybe get something that you like. So with Santa, like with our children, we were very concerned about sustainability, and we did not want to buy a lot of new wrapping paper. We wanted to use what we have in our old wrapping. So every year, my children and I, we write a letter to Santa asking him to use our wrapping paper, and we leave our wrapping paper out for him to use, and we direct him where everything is, and he wraps all of our gifts in the old gift bags we have and uses the wrapping paper that we have.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah. And re-gifting for future events. So there's lots of different places to gift. If you have gifts that you don't want, or if it's gifts that you're even open already and you want to donate them, we have birthday parties. Obviously, if you have some new gifts that the kids got from their aunt that doesn't know them that well and they're not going to play with, stuff a truck, EL toy closet. Teachers' classrooms are always looking for gifts, especially preschools. I know the WCC right here will take pretty much any toy you donate to them. Senior centers, women's shelters, the library also likes some small items for the upstairs children's center, food banks, foster care, parents, And older items like old sheets, if you get new towels for Christmas or the holidays and you want to donate your old ones, animal shelters are a great place for that, and clothes to women's shelters. Even Goodwill, if you're really desperate, that's pretty easy as well. But there's my sister's closet down in Ansonia where it's going. Well, sorry, how do we say my sister's closet? My sister's place. So you know it's going to support a good cause. And I think that's it.
And
And you can also buy stuff used there as well to
Support them.
support their cause.
to also support them. So we end with hoping that you're gonna think a little differently. We know you guys all actually already reuse, repurpose, and so forth, but we'd love to hear if you have any inspiring thoughts, ideas, things you do that you'd like to share with us.
We always like to hear ideas too.
Because I'm always looking for a new idea. Got anything? Ryan, you got anything for us? Any ideas? No? All right, well, we hope you enjoyed and learned a little. I'm going to show you two more things I forgot tucked over in the corner here. As I'm making earrings, I realized the old Uggs and boots that like the sole gets so beat up and there's nothing more you can do with them. Cut out a new insole for your slippers. That's what I do with mine. So, and it works great. So we,
Super cozy.
yeah, because the liners now are, gosh, $20 a pair to buy
Oh my.
a set of the liners. Yeah, and I like to bring things to Mike's shoe repair, but it's just sometimes cheaper to just buy new than replacing. And you're like, well, but I don't want to throw it out, but to put a whole new sole. So I save the parts I like. Loved these boots, but the bottoms were no good, so I just slipped these over brown shoes. And I have instant boots. I cut off the top. So, save, reuse, repurpose. All right, if anyone would like to make a pair of earrings, if you put a little oil on it, anything, olive oil, anything, it'll bring the black shine back up. This is an old bicycle inner tube. That is too dried out to use as a bike inner tube. And so I just cut two little feathers out of them, and I have jump rings. And you can make a little necklace or some earrings if you would like before you go. You are welcome to be creative with it and see what you think.
And come up and peruse the table
And
again.
come up and peruse
Ask questions.
and ask questions and share some of your own ideas.
What do you got?
Hannah,
Is
you'll
that
like
a polar
fun
bear?
like this one. I didn't show you guys. So this is a great work bag.
Oh,
You
that's
take your old jeans,
Yeah, that oil drilling in the
all
armpit.
pockets, so that those pockets are still good, and then you put it back on backwards.
Sounds like you have a really nice
I
system.
could with the front ones, but these are easier to get into in the front, and it works as a little tool. Cool,
I
right?
think so. Yeah.
All right, you want to try a pair of earrings or a necklace? You want to make a necklace?